breathing, they call it.
Yeah.
And that previous day,
Yeah.
my brother-in-law, he said, Mazen, that's the last thing that goes is the pain. So
Oh.
he held his hand and told him, if you have pain, press my hand.
Yeah.
And he didn't press his hand, you see.
Ah.
So I told him, ask him in a negative way. So
Yeah.
if you're comfortable,
Yeah.
press my hand.
Yeah.
So he pressed the
Oh.
hand. So he could hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then that night, more heavy breathing and so on, and then you see when the breath leaves the
Yeah. Yeah.
ah,
Yeah. Oh.
it's difficult. And
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
sort of, it's not easy. I was traumatized, and
Yeah.
until one day
Yeah.
I saw him in my dream,
Okay. Yes.
and I told him, why did you leave us like
Leave
that?
us like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he, whenever we used to, I was like a sort of a younger brother to him.
Yeah.
Never like the authoritarian.
Yeah.
We used to have a drink together. We used
Yeah.
to, and whenever he wanted
Yeah.
to convince me or something, like, yeah, you crazy guy. He used to tell me, yeah.
He told you.
Yeah, Majnoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he told me in the dream. He said, yeah, you are Majnoon. You crazy guy. I didn't leave you. I said, what do you mean you didn't leave us? Of course you left us.
Yeah.
He said, no. I'm in you, in your brother, in your sister, and in your children.
Oh.
So I didn't leave you. I'm in them.
Did you feel better after
Oh my
that?
God, yes. I felt so good after
Yeah.
that, And I realized this is the continuity.
Well, he's right, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. He sounds an amazing man. Yeah.
Yeah, he was, absolutely.
And the son of another amazing man.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Was he a Sufi, the Sheikh? No.
No. He studied at Al-Azhar University, and it's from his father and his grandfather. The first man in the family who did not learn at Al-Azhar and didn't put this was my father.
Oh, yeah.
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 I mean, from the side, relatives, yes.
Yeah.
But I mean, you take it. Usually, it's the elder man who takes after the father.
Yeah.
It's from the old Sheikh Khairuddin al-Ramli until
Wow.
Sheikh Mustafa. They were all sheikhs.
In a line.
Yeah.
But it was modern times. Times had changed.
Yeah. He told them, yes, you can study if you want to go to Al-Azhar, study engineering, because you can study there at the university. Yeah, but he said, take my advice.
Yeah.
The world is changing, especially after the First World War and so on.
Yeah.
So he sent them to Friends School and then AUB and then to London.
Well, that was smart. Yeah.
Very wise.
Oh,
Very
my.
wise.
Well, I mean, I know. Can we have how did you meet and...
Najat?
Yeah.
Okay. As I told you, she's my cousin.
Yeah.
But we very rarely met.
Right.
Okay? She was born in Cairo. When we passed through Cairo to Gaza and so on, we probably saw her as a young child because there's about 9.5 years between us.
Yeah,
okay?
and when you're young, that's
she was also sit on my lap and pinch me sometimes. Anyway,
Yeah.
one night before going, because when I was working in Saudi Arabia,
Yeah.
my brother had left Saudi
Yeah.
and he was working at Jordanian TV.
Okay.
Okay. He said, your mother hasn't left, because they were in Nablus.
Yeah.
When all their
Yeah.
children were outside, my sister was studying in Beirut,
Yeah.
and my brother was working in Saudi, and I had already left and not going back. They said, they discussed it together, and my father said, well, if our children are outside, let's go outside. So they left to Amman. And my mother's brothers were all in most of them were in Cairo, in Egypt. Yeah. So my brother suggested that we go and spend the Eid, which is the Hajj holiday, there. And then they changed their minds. They told me, come to Amman, we're not going to Cairo.
Okay.
When I arrived, they said, we're going to Cairo.
Oh.
So I said, for God's sake, make up your minds. She said, well, we decided finally that, no, we should go.
Yeah.
And my father said, look, you're coming for about 29 years old, and you're not married and so on. So when are you going to get married?
Okay.
You're getting old. I told him, please don't talk to me about marriage, because I don't have any intention of getting married. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's enough what we've gone through.
Yeah.
Because we were, just out of,
Yeah.
it was 1968,
Right.
okay? Out of the 1967 war. And who cared about marriage and so on?
Really?
Anyway, we went to Cairo.
Yeah.
Who we see there? Her Royal Highness. So I started creating occasions because I cannot take her out on my own
No.
according to family customs.
Right.
Yeah.
So how did
Invite the whole family, all the cousins
Uh-huh.
and so on. But always
Yeah.
put her next to me.
Okay.
Okay.
You arranged that?
Yeah, I used to invite everybody. So I arranged the seating.
Yeah.
Okay. The dances, most of the time I dance with her. Okay?
Yeah.
And then finally I said, well, why not? Okay. So I went to my dad. Her father, as I told you, was so close, he had already passed away.
Yeah.
And I have never seen my father cry except when we went to their house for the first time. He cried because, his closest friend has passed away.
Oh.
So I went to him and told him, listen, I want you to ask for Najat's hand.
Yeah. Oh, so your father has to ask for.
Yeah.
You're not the one.
I already talked to her.
Yeah.
And I talked to her and she said yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it has to be official now.
Yeah.
Okay. According to custom.
Yeah. So go on.
Yeah. So he said no.
What?
I said, what? Well, she's the daughter of your best friend. He
Right.
said, yes. But you got engaged twice before.
Okay.
And you can do you can get engaged to 1 million girls and I don't care if you break the engagement.
Yeah.
But with this one,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
So, and I know you change your mind so quickly. Go back to Saudi Arabia. After 3-4 months, if you still want her, I'll come especially from Jordan to Cairo to ask for her hand. So I said, well, he said, did you speak to her? I said, of course. He said, what do you care about then? If you spoke to her and she said yes, then all right, she will wait for you.
Okay.
I said, okay, fine. Following day, I'm going back to Jeddah.
Okay.
All right, I wasn't in Riyadh, I was in Jeddah at the
Okay.
time. My plane at 6 a.m.
Okay.
That night,
Yeah.
I went to sleep at 4 because we were partying outside. Okay? So I'm almost asleep when we go to the airport, and there was nobody there. There was a desk with 2 people.
Okay.
And they said, you're the only person we couldn't get in contact with. Your flight is delayed
No.
till tomorrow.
Oh no.
I said, oh my God. Okay. Going back,
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the middle
Yeah.
of the front seat.
Yeah.
My future brother-in-law is driving, and my dad is on my right.
Okay.
And I felt
Yeah.
a stab here
Okay,
in my
okay.
side. You son of a gun, this is your lucky day, it seems. And I didn't know what the hell he was talking about.
Okay.
He thought that the delay in the flight and so on came from somewhere
Okay.
to give him a signal that he should go and ask for Najat's hand. He didn't tell me anything. Of course, I went back, I went to sleep straight away
Yeah.
because,
Exhausted. Yeah.
exhausted. Woke up at noontime. Everybody, Mabruk, Mabruk, congratulations. He already went there, asked for a hand, got the approval and came back.
That's an amazing story.
Yeah.
That's a really wonderful story. So okay, so.
I came back maybe 3-4 times.
You married in Cairo?
We married in Alexandria.
Oh, in Alexandria. You showed me a picture. No, you told me that.
Yeah. In Palestine Hotel.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a happy place to stop for now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Your turn, ma'am.
Yeah. You have energy? Yeah.
No. You're not tired?
No.
Okay. I rest.
Yeah, you deserve
Thank
it.
you very much,
You deserve it.
Sharon. I appreciate your patience.
Well, thank you very much. Najat.
Yes.
Thank you for being so patient.
Oh,
and,
no, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
It is a pleasure.
Coming.
Thank you for having us here
Well,
and being part of this wonderful project.
yeah, well,
Yeah. Mhm.
So anyway, we're going to start,
Mhm.
and in the simplest way, I'm going to ask you again. What is your full name
Mhm.
and maybe your name at birth and your name now, and then when and where you were born.
Well, my name is Najat El-Taji
Yeah.
El-Farouqi, and I was born in Cairo,
Yeah.
in Egypt, in 1948.
Yeah.
Of course, after the Nakba, and I was born with another sister, so we are twins.
Oh, you're twins.
Yes, I'm a twin.
Oh, you're a twin.
Yeah.
Are you identical?
No,
no,
not identical.
No.
We're fraternal,
Yeah.
and we're even different characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't look alike, but we're very, very close to each other.
Are you?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my husband is a twin,
Mm-hmm.
and his twin is a sister.
Mm-hmm.
And people ask him, "Are you identical?"
That's funny.
Yeah. That's really funny.
Yeah.
But anyway,
How you have other siblings, or?
Yes, we
How
have
many
other.
are you?
Yes, we were 7.
Okay.
My father and my mother had first a boy born in Palestine.
Mm-hmm. In what year?
In 1934. Yeah.
Okay.
He's 14 years older than me.
What part of Palestine? Where was
He was
born?
born in Ramle.
He was born. Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
in Ramle.
Yeah.
And then another sister who
Uh-huh.
was born in Ramle also,
Okay.
2 years after. And then 2 years after, another sister, 1938.
Yeah.
She's Mazen's age,
Yeah.
born
Yeah.
in Jaffa.
Yeah.
And then, you know, they had,
Yeah.
my grandfather had expanded his wealth, and he
Yeah.
wanted to buy land in Cairo, in
Yeah.
Egypt, and
Yeah.
he went there. My father went with him
Yeah.
to take care of the land and,
Yeah.
and all this. And while going and coming to Palestine,
Yeah.
4 girls were born.
Oh
So
my.
the 4 young girls
Yeah.
were born in Egypt.
Yeah.
So
But while he was going back and forth.
back and forth. And
Yeah.
my 2 elder sisters,
Yeah.
they know Palestine.
Yeah.
They visited Palestine.
Yeah.
But since we, the twins, were born,
Yeah.
the year of the Nakba,
Yeah.
we stayed in Cairo. That's
Yeah.
why we don't know Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is oh boy,
Yeah.
lots of things to fill in. But start him again with the names. Like so, it's El Taj El
El
Taji means
Taji, it means the crown.
okay.
It's a crown. It's
Okay.
El Taji. It means it's a derivative of crown.
Okay.
And El Farouqi is also, like Mazen said, it goes back to the second Khalifat, Umar ibn al-Khattab.
Wow.
He was called El Farouq.
And Farouk is
El Farouq. El Farouq is he was a just man,
Okay.
and he knew how to differentiate between bad and good. So that's why they called him Al Farouq.
That's a very
And we
valuable-
come, after him, Farouqi.
Ever since.
Yeah, ever since, yeah.
Yeah.
And also the Al Khairi family is the same family as Al Farouqi.
It's the same family.
Yeah, the same family.
Okay.
Taji, Al
Yeah.
Khairi, Al Farouqi.
Uh-huh.
But some people don't put the name Farouqi.
Ah.
We put the name Farouqi,
Uh-huh.
but we are the same family.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you go back far enough, it comes.
It comes together on the
Together.
7th great grandfather.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
So, and that's your. And what about your mother's side?
My mother's side is also the same family.
The same.
It's the same family, Taji Farouqi.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they were all from Ramle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, we're all from Ramle.
Yeah. And okay, so just once again, could you trace that from Ramle to Jaffa? They went. That was your father
My father and my mother.
and your mother.
Yeah. They used to
Yeah.
be in Ramle
Yeah.
all the time. My father went to England for university, but he didn't quite
There,
finish.
yeah.
And they came. They used to sell oranges in. They had orange groves,
Okay.
and they used to take care of this business.
Yeah.
And he went to study agriculture.
Oh.
And
In England?
in England, yeah. But he didn't finish like
Yeah.
Mazen's father, for instance.
Yeah.
They came back.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know what
Yeah.
circumstances brought them back.
Yeah.
And he to take care of business, maybe his
Mhm.
father's business.
Mm.
And since they moved to Cairo, they stayed there
So where were his orchards?
in Ramle.
Yeah,
In
that
Wadi
area.
Hnain.
I see.
In Wadi Hnain, they had
Okay.
land in
Yeah.
Wadi Hnain, and
Uh-huh.
they used to have
Yeah.
these oranges. And
Yeah.
my mother even kept in Cairo some of the paper for wrapping oranges,
Okay.
and it was written on it Jaffa oranges, and
Oh, really?
it's until now I have this paper,
Really?
yeah, as a souvenir.
For heaven's
Yeah.
sake.
Hmm.
So your father was educated first in where before he went to England?
In Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There. Yeah.
I don't
Wherever,
know the
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
schools or whatever.
But he did study agriculture.
Yes.
As well as he
Yes.
was obviously a businessman.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm, yeah.
Okay, and I'm just trying to get it clear in my mind. So and then in Cairo he bought land or he developed
It's
it.
his
or
father. His
it's,
father.
Oh, his father.
His
we're
father.
talking now.
Our grandfather.
Yeah.
My paternal grandfather is his maternal grandfather.
Right.
He's the same one. So he's the man who got us through all this crisis
Yeah.
without being also in the camps, refugee camps.
Yeah.
So we were big. Number of the family went to Cairo, and until now they're living in Cairo, and from his wealth.
From his wife's
Wealth,
yeah.
Yes, the wealth he had. Yeah.
Yeah, which he had developed in Egypt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was what was able to sustain the family when the Palestine orchards and everything were gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So okay. So but in 48. Where was he actually living? Your parents, were they actually living in Cairo? Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
were living in Cairo. My
Yeah.
mom also
Yeah.
had her childhood in Palestine. She went to Schmidt School and French
The same
School,
one?
the same one. Yeah, the same. She's a little older than my auntie.
Yeah.
And she went there, and also she used to play the piano. And
Also.
yeah, of
Really?
course, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same family, they all
Uh-huh.
go to the same schools.
Yeah.
And she got married
Yeah.
young. She didn't go to university because she got married. And also she had the house where my grandfather had. She had the same house on another hill.
Oh, this is what
This is
Mazen
another.
was saying.
No,
yeah.
this is another one.
Yeah, yeah.
So one is for my maternal grandfather, and one is paternal grandfather. Each one is on a hill. They are in Wadi Hnain. They were built in the 30s, and my mother, when we had the Canadian nationality, she wanted to visit Palestine, and she went there. And she visited this house, and she wanted to visit this house, and they told her, no, this is a secret place, you cannot go there.
Oh no.
And apparently it is the place for doing the research for biological weapon, things like that.
Oh.
Imagine the ache and the pain she felt when she knew that.
I can't
So
imagine.
this place is still there, and nobody can visit. It's a secret place. But this one we can go because it's turned into a mental hospital for having it's a beautiful place. That's why they go and have a therapy there. This is it's very heart aching,
How old was your mother when she went back to visit her?
She was in her maybe 80s, 80 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of shape was she in physically?
No,
at
she's
that time?
very. She was good. She lived 97 years.
My goodness.
She passed away like 4 years ago,
Yeah.
and she was